Why, hello. Laura J. here in a very in process space, coming to you all to say that we must have grace with ourselves as we go through transition, and we must also set ourselves up for success by actually going through all of the creative brilliance that took us into the darkest parts of who and whose we are and always have been. Today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Richard E. Gordon and I, CEO Dojo, will be going into a Peaceful Inner Warriors United Summit and sharing some insights into being in relationship with others and ourselves healthfully. I believe it is time for us to understand what it means to be a peaceful inner warrior and what it takes. There is a special practice that outlines all of it that has taken me nearly 3.5, more than years actually. It's taken more than 3.5 years for me to get to the place where I can take everything that I have learned and share it in a way that allows me to say I have done my best. I have done the research. I have been committed since 2009 when I joined my first mastermind on Think and Grow Rich, and then became certified as a coach in 2011 and lived abroad for 4 years, 3.5 in fact. And I then came back to Canada having had a supported spouse lifestyle without ever having been married. I looked after the home front and my man and kids when they came on weekends. And it's like I had a microwave lifestyle that disappeared just as quick when I came back to my brother's childhood basement that I painted gold and called my golden nucleus when I came back without a tooth in the front of my mouth, because I had started the implant process, and it literally was the post, which is the reason it's darker up top. I got that installed the day that I dropped my ex and his kids off at the airport after what I call the 2-week universal bitch slap, which isn't to be disrespectful to them. It's just the amount of disrespect in that holiday was a breaking point for me, where I basically moved out of the scared prostitute who is in all of us in the shadows and moved into the sacred prostitute who knows what she will no longer sell herself for. And for me, respect became a fundamental component of what I expected from my relationship with a significant other. And when that was not met with openness, I closed down. And ultimately, when I left that relationship and came back without a tooth in the front of my mouth, I had to face the little girl inside of me, who literally is the one who came just after that picture with the 3 bears was taken. Oh, you can't hardly see it. It's behind the ring light, which is set up for this afternoon's, well, it'll just get moved over to the central area, which will be tidied up and cleaned. And there's so much that goes into everything that you don't see, that you have to understand when you actually get to see the end result. You think that the smile's just beautiful, and I'm grateful. And it took a lot to get here. Instead of that process being finished by Christmas of 2015 the way it was supposed to be, it came out when it was supposed to be getting final touches put on, and then I had to restart the process the next year in 2016, when then I was healing from this wound in the front of my mouth, the front of my very gummy smile. It's just like, I show a lot of gum. I don't know why. It's just the way I smile, and it just is the authentic way that I am best me, and so I say, hey, this is my smile, but at the time I was missing that tooth, and I was still doing videos. I'm so proud of myself that I kept going despite feeling so low about myself at times because of outside influences, looking in at this imperfect smile that was missing this tooth. Imagine. I even had loved ones embarrassed that I wouldn't wear my denture out because it had this gum, a fake gum that was just like, I smile with my gums. Like, I can't have a fake gum there and not draw attention to the fact this is a fake tooth. I'd rather not have the tooth and just be like, hey, this is me. So I don't get covering things up with makeup that doesn't match our skin tone, for instance. It just doesn't make sense to me, but I didn't understand that other people aren't like me specifically in terms of how far I had to break out of my own shell and break away from the tribe in order to find my identity in England, and then come back from that and have to go through not having a tooth in the front of my mouth, which is a definite first world problem, and the fact that I have it fixed is a blessing. But then there's also the element of this is a titanium plate, and the 5G technology that's been installed as essential service throughout all of this lockdown is bioweaponry that can be used against us in sound warfare. We have to understand how much is actually going on. And when I got this fixed and had a post permanently drilled into my skull, I didn't realize that when I did that, when I had that implant put into my body, that it could potentially interact with technology that I wasn't aware of, that was already in my environment or getting put into my environment, that would then work with the thing that wasn't natural to the machine that I am. And I say that because there's going to be things in the solution that is given to us, prescribed, told to us through lies by a system designed to save itself, that something foreign is good for us. Well, it is about understanding the body doesn't like invaders. And so not only are there targets in the programming of that injection that will actually target the 8th chromosome of empathy. Yeah, right? Pay attention to what's actually going on, my friends. And let us connect and understand that right now, it's very easy for this message to not reach you because it could easily get banned. It may have the grace of staying up longer because I don't look like the finished product that could deliver the same message with even more authority because of the preparation that went into getting ready to deliver the message, that made the messenger look good enough to deliver that message. But it is about understanding there is a mess in the message and the messenger. And if we are able to actually understand the mess I am is who comes before the Messiah that walked through that valley of transformation in order to become the one that integrated the lessons, embodied a new energetic signature, and then contributed back the wisdom from the experience of going through the transformation of self-image from the one that couldn't to the one that did. It's about becoming the star in your own life, my friends. That's what all of this message has been about, even though it has went down many different tracks. There are so many tracks in life we have to choose. We have to be intentional about which ones we will go down. And what I hope is that today, November 26th at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you will join Richard E. Gordon and I, as well as the other peaceful inner warriors that choose to unite in a summit for peace. The summit is for peace and possibility thinking, for reprogramming your mind to give you tools to use when drama, trauma, and pain show up in your life and you choose to express gain instead. I can't wait to offer this to you, and so I wish you a phenomenal day until 4 p.m. when I then hope to be able to say this to you live. And I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to the 66 Days to Transform Your Self-Image series that I am sending for free. That is a daily message from me. I miss a day along the way occasionally, and I let myself off the hook because I am human and I am not asking for anything other than karmic return from the efforts that I have been putting in on the video platform that I am sharing messages with. So what I would love is that if you have been receiving value from me along the way or are enjoying this message, what I would most love and appreciate as a way to pay back, to pass on the blessings, is to let me know what spiritual and soulful questions you have. What are you really trying to work through in your own awareness so that we can create a message for you to feel safe in this chaotic space that is life? I have access to teachers that I want to share with you, which is what we'll do today at 4. So I hope that you'll join in for more then, and wish you a great one in between. Have a good one. Toodaloo. Laura J. Namaste. Right here until 4. See you there. Ciao.